Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day this video may find you. Thank you so much for viewing my video. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back or a subscriber. Thank you for being a part of my community. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, people, I wanted to do a video today on something that is another hard subject. It is another hard thing. And it is based on the ideal that we must submit to truth. We must submit to truth. And let go of the loyalty to the things that are destroying our lives and our children's lives. And this thing that I'm talking about is sinful behavior that has been passed on from generation to generation. Listen, the problems of this world, all of these things issues that we are having with relationships, it's not about the battle between the man and the woman, okay? It is about the battle between the behaviors that have been engrafted in the man and the woman over a period of centuries throughout our history, through the ideals of the people at the top. I understand this fight with gender because this thing started, for the most part, we must admit, the male dominance in our world and how that played into abusing the weaker, the physically weaker, which was the woman. We all know that we have a history of men abusing their wives, mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically, with things such as cheating on them, belittling them, talking down to them, or physically attacking them. We know that this is true, people. And the thing that is not allowing people to submit to this truth is that this was behavior that was passed down. The men that followed submitted to it as well, gave into it as well, was engaging in the behavior as well, doing the same things. And throughout this time, we got women that said, you know what? I don't see this woman thing turning out well for women. I don't want to do this anymore. I've seen my great-great-grandmother, the story of her, my great-grandmother, the story of her, and my mother. And I am not going to go that route. That route does not turn out favorably for women. We all know that statistically, women file for divorce more than men. But if we do a survey on those women that filed, especially the women that were in the marriage for decades, we will see a trend of women that were forced to file for a divorce from someone that was mentally, emotionally, or physically abusing them. And this behavior had become so toxic that they had to get out. Okay? Listen, this is not a male bashing video. okay? This is just something I think I'm going to do a 3-part series. This is a 1-part series on us just actually digging deep, the men and the women, as to how we got here. How did we get here? How do we get here? Why are we protecting the people that weren't strong enough to get out of that situation? Wasn't strong enough to submit to God and get out of those carnal things that were taught to us by humans. The lust, the drive for money, the fame, the approval from others, the validation, the fake validation, putting on mask. It is time for us to say no. And it's not to put blame on the previous generation. I know a lot, especially the new younger people, are angry because nobody wants to be the burden to be put on them. It's time for us to stop being weak people and stand up and be okay with taking that burden to make the change that is needed. Because if we don't do anything, this is what has happened. We cannot judge the previous generation if we're not doing what we're supposed to do to correct the issue. We cannot do that. What's going on is we're either judging the previous generation, which there's nothing wrong with admitting the truth. I want that. We need that. God wants that. Okay? Accepting the truth is a part of healing. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the previous generation and even calling them out. But what are you going to do about it? Okay? What are we going to do about it? See, that's the problem. It's hard. I know. My entire life, I have been fighting to get out of those things, to move away from those things that were engrafted in my family. And I had issues with family and friends, and I still do. I still do. Because I am rejecting it, while most everybody else around me wants to hold it dear. So listen, people, I don't want to make this video really long, because when long videos, people tend to lose their attention. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here, but I'm going to pick up and do probably 2 more extensive videos. This is going to be part 1, but this here is for us to dig deep and say to ourselves, what are we going to do about the situation? Are we going to make changes to better our lives and to elevate the next generation? Or are we going to continue to add on to the chaos? Listen, people, I love you. I love you. I love you. And on this channel, if you come to this channel, truth is what we seek. Healing is what we seek. I'll see you on the next video. Have a blessed day.